I'm Caleb Brooks with the AHSAA Radio Network. We're at Etowah County Media Days. I'm joined by Coach Mike Robertson from Hokes Bluff, entering his 24th year coaching at Hokes Bluff. And, Coach, when you took the job, did you ever imagine that you would be doing it for this long?
No, sir. You take the job, and I had been an assistant coach for a number of years, but, when you're the head man and all of a sudden everybody's looking at you instead of you looking at them, so it changes your feelings a lot. And of course, I'm at my alma mater, so, people knew of me, but still you had to prove. And those first years were pretty testy. But I was a little nervous and apprehensive, but I never thought I'd be 24 years for sure.
How much does it mean to you to not only be at the same place for this long, but to be at your alma mater like you talked about, and to have brought them so much success over the years? Well,
it's been my players in my community. A head coach gets too much credit when we win. We get too much blame. Probably we lose sometimes, but you are the one with the name by the record, and so. But I'm so proud of our community. They asked me a question in an interview earlier, as you heard probably, but they about our community, and we're a little unique, and because we've only had 3 football coaches the last 60 years at Hokes Bluff. Yeah. I think it's nearly getting close to 60, and that's really amazing.
It is.
I don't know of any place that unique, and we haven't won every year, but that's the thing I'm sometimes most proud of our community, and why we've been successful is that even when we don't lose, we still get the support. So, but I'm very proud to say that my name's been put there with a lot of great teams, with a lot of great players.
Last year, y'all had a really good year, and your region was just unreal. I mean,
yes,
with how deep it was and how many good teams were in it, and you guys had a successful year. And I think that a lot of people were surprised when you guys ended up getting beat in the 3rd round. But when you think back on last year, I mean, what are your thoughts on the season and how it ended up going?
Well, I mentioned before to another interview that 2001 won state championship. To win a state championship in any sport in high school, you got to have great players, you got to have a lack of injuries, and then your schedule has to fit up, and especially in the playoffs. Sometimes you got to play the tougher team at home. Year before last, we went to semifinals. It kind of fell in place, and we got beat by a very good Madison Academy team. Last year, we went to North Jackson to beat them, and everybody thought North Jackson was the team to beat. But we beat them, and I thought we matched up better against them because of their style of play. The next week, we played a Deshler team, who all the coaches that I talked to about them said, Coach, they're a lot better than their record. And coaches know that. And I was worried to death. So give Deshler credit. They just outplayed us that night and beat us. And like I said, just when you play a team and where you play them and that kind of deal, it's just so important. But how far you go, it's just there's so many variables. That's hard to predict.
Right now, UMS Wright's just running through 4A, really dominating it. And, what is it like trying to kind of chase them right now and get to a point to play them, but then also know what you're going up against?
Well, Deshler beat us and then went on to beat Aniana. And of course, we'd beaten Aniana, and a lot of people had us playing. And not our players and our coaches, I promise you, we didn't feel that way. We just got beat. Deshler beat us, and that's all you can say. But everybody was talking about USM Wright, and they've got great coaching, great players, and I think they've got a lot of them back. So but I'll be truthful. I really don't look at it that way. I know you guys like to talk about it with the press. That's okay. I mean, I handle that. But I don't sound like Nick Saban here. I always say Nick Saban, but I'm worried about practice Monday, to tell you the truth. And then the first game against Southside, because that you look ahead, I think it just messes you up mentally. And actually, I'll talk to the players. I'm worried about the first play against Southside, but that's so cliche. But it is the truth. That's the way I've always coached. I don't do team goals. My goal is to win the next play, or win the next game, and then we'll just see what happens. And even during the game, I tell the players, quit looking at the scoreboard. Let's add it up at the end. If we win, we win. If we don't, we'll go practice harder and try to get better. So, but you got to think about it. But USM Wright's a pretty good program right now.
You brought up how it takes good players to win games and win championships. Well, you have a very good player on your team in Darian Meads. And what's it like coaching a guy with his talent and seeing what he's been able to do? I mean, he's going to have a chance this year. It's going to take a lot, but could go down as the leading rusher ever in this state. I mean, how special is that to coach him?
It is. And, Darian's a really good person, a good student, and he's going to play college football somewhere. The thing about Darian that I really, really comment on a lot is that Darian, he's not one of them guys that he's never asked after a game. I've never heard him say, how many yards did I have, Coach? Or asked one of our stat guys, how many yards did I got? He's never asked, how many touchdowns? He scored 5 touchdowns one night, and after the game, I was standing there and somebody said, Darian, you scored 5 touchdowns. He said, did I really? And that's what makes him special. And, great players, Michael Jordan, obviously, I know you a little young, but Michael Jordan was a great player. I got to see his career. The thing that made Michael Jordan a great player as a coach is that he elevated his teammates' play. They really all fall in behind Darian, and the linemen want to block better. The defense wants to get him back on the field. So that's what great players do, and that's why I do think he is. But it's a new year, and hopefully he'll stay injury-free. But he's in pretty good physical shape right now. But I'm just hoping we can keep him healthy and build some depth behind him so we can get him some rest. But he has been a fun guy to watch, and he's made me look really smart sometimes. Okay, so I like to say that.
You said that you were looking forward to practice Monday. I mean, how excited are you to finally get the pads on here and to see what your team looks like on the actual football field playing football?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because we didn't get to have spring training. I'm the baseball coach, and we went to the semifinals in baseball, and then last year we went to the finals. So, that backs spring training up because I will not start spring training until baseball's over. I didn't do it even when I wasn't the baseball coach. We started a couple of years a couple of days before the finals just to get organized, but I waited. So we only got 4 days in shorts, and so this summer we've done a little bit, but I'm looking forward to kind of see the replacements of some guys. We lost 2 All-State linemen, we lost a couple of good, you may have heard me earlier in the interview about 2 good receivers, defensive backs. So we've got a lot of things, and that really sometimes is the most exciting part to see those new guys. So it's see them be sitting back waiting their chance, and I'm excited about a couple of them, especially that a couple of receivers. I gave one an award tonight, but I'm really excited on that part to kind of get out there and see what these new guys are going to do and see what we really got to do to get back where we were the last couple of years.
I'm glad that you brought it up because I meant to bring it up earlier, but how do you juggle being the head coach of 2 different sports and being involved of all the stuff that goes on outside of just coaching the game?
Well, my wife thinks I'm a little bit cuckoo sometimes. I've got a great wife. She grew up with a family of athletes. She understood when she married me I was a coach, and so she stuck with me through and through. And so that starts at home, that I can take the time. I run a summer swimming pool, by the way, so my summer is mow the field, workouts, swimming pool, and she kids me. Every once in a while I come home to give her a hug. But I played all 3 sports, and I really miss basketball. I coached basketball 27 years. Part of that was 23 of those as the head varsity girls coach. We actually, the year we won the state championship in 2001, I coached the girl basketball team during the playoffs at a Thanksgiving tournament because the other teams had committed to play in my Thanksgiving tournament. So we didn't play regular season, but I played it. And I got some criticism, but we won the state championship in football, so they had to shut up. So, but you know what? People used to ask me how I jumped to the next sport. I did that as a player. It helps me get over a season, especially if it's any negative at the end. Most teams are going to lose their last game, right?
Oh, yeah. Only one wins it at the end.
That's right. Now, you might play a 10th game when you're not very good, and I felt much fun to win that last game. So it always helps me to move on to the next sport. And I have great assistants. Let me mention that, too, with football and with baseball. So if I'm doing workouts and I need the baseball team to go, I've got 2 great assistant baseball coaches. And we make decisions together. And I let my coaches coach, but they may take the workouts in football. I let one of our assistants today go do conditioning today. I have confidence in them. The players understand that. So having good assistants, having a good wife, family, all those things. But I enjoy all the sports. I'm a 3-sport guy. I give an award at our athletic banquet for 3-sport athletes as a senior. I think that's an unselfish act, and we don't see it as much today. And I'm old school. I'm a 70s guy. I would have never thought not playing one of the 3 sports. And I went to Hokes Bluff, and we still have a lot of those guys do that. So it is that. That's what I see it with it.
Well, Coach, you're a busy man. I appreciate you taking the time to join me today. And good luck to you guys. We look forward to seeing if you can take that momentum that you guys built last season and carry it over and make it further. And maybe we'll see you guys at Jordan Hare.
Well, I wish that'd be the case. But anyway, thank you. You did a great job. Great interview. Thank you.